Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali. Before I get into the particulars or my analysis on the Nashville shooting, and I'm not really here to talk about that, but more so this headline: celebs donating thousands to victims' families. I'm not upset with people helping families that lost their loved ones. That's a beautiful thing, a very necessary thing. I'm upset with the hypocriticalness of hella weird and famous people. But before I do that, let me emphasize why I come here. Every now and then I have to keep a presence on social media as I work to intensify my knowledge of what radiation does. And they have now allowed all Fukushima grown produce into our food streams, and it's contaminated. They never said it's not contaminated. They said they will no longer, the FDA under Biden has just said that they will no longer be issuing alerts. Everything I'm learning, it's so profound. They are using an external radiation dose level to determine whether or not anything radioactive is harmful. But they know that if you eat this sucker, if you breathe the sucker in, that's a whole nother level of contamination that builds up in your system. Each body is going to react differently to internal radiation, but you're going to react. And building a plan for us to get our food tested is a goal that will be of benefit to you and your whole family, and to me, because I'm eating the same daggone food. So I know that I and my king, we have to be about it. We can't just watch what these folks are doing to our families and just pontificate like any other social media person up on here. And they got thousands of them who just talk about nothing. They bloviate about nothing. When I superimpose myself on this photo of what is happening in Japan, where there are mothers who know that the food is going to be contaminated. And it's not just Fukushima food, because the radiation covered everything. And internal radiation levels, you just need one atom, okay? But I superimpose myself on them just testing their food and their housewives. And they said, oh, hell no. Well, I'm saying, oh, hell no. And I'm doing so with a plan. I make my own soaps, which folks, beautiful folks, have testified are amazing soaps. But I got to keep on letting you know you should be supporting not just black business, which is a wonderful thing. Oh my goodness, I support black business, definitely, but especially pro-black business that is here to see us perpetuate ourselves forever. And we can't do that if we ignore radiation. All right, let's get into it. Now, first off, I sort of looked at this photo and noticed it's a little bit strange because they got this 33 up here prominent and with Disney and, you know, the sacrifice of Jesus and Yahushua, I prefer to call him. And I'm not getting into details of that, but when I see that, I just wonder, you know, these people, they're weird as heck. But they've set up a perpetual motion of chaos where they don't have to specifically command or order different persons to take out large populations of people. They just simply put their guidance in the media, like the chick who murdered these people at this Christian school. And she did an artwork with this thing with Jack Nicholson from The Shining. It's actually a really clever rendering, but from a disturbed mind, it makes it super creepy. Where is this person was obviously disturbed, and they're trying to put it out there. She had no history of mental illness. Suddenly, the one excuse they always use to explain their propensity for just being vicious and bloodthirsty, they suddenly don't use, because they want to encourage everybody to embrace the alphabet lunacy. Now, the lunacy I find over here is hella weird, is one of the principal peddlers of the non-life concept that being into perversions is an alternative lifestyle when there's no life in it. And it also is an entree to just explaining away every type of perversion, explaining away that's why we've got this shooting in the first place, is because you could just see it in the gay parades, the gay pride parades, where they've never said, what is NAMBLA doing here? We're not allowing that. Because it's just a chaos of allowing in whatever Aleister Crowley said is your will. That's what is going to be allowed. No, you cannot have that in civilization. You cannot have that if you're going to support sane families. The possibility, it's already difficult enough to be alive. To be alive in a heterosexually supportive society is the best chance that anybody has of perpetuating civility. That's all that civilization is about. It's not about some fancy daggone buildings, because you could be a brutal dictator and you will build some of the most amazing structures ever in order to prove that your dictatorship is worth all the carnage. Well, these celebrities who are donating, I'm disgusted, because they are one of the biggest proponents of perverted chaos, especially towards Black us. And I mean, John Wick, the first 5 seconds I couldn't watch one. But now they've got John Wick, what is it, 700 or something? And I didn't even know what the plot was about, because I didn't watch it. But my king told me, yeah, somebody killed his dog. What? And that's all they've been promoting the purge. They want this. They wanted those children dead, because they're promoting non-stop confusion and horror. And they're hiding what I come here to share with you. There's cures for radiation, right? They keep us freaked out because there's cures for radiation, as I've been learning in my research. That's what they did in Chernobyl. I mean, these children were coming out so deformed. It's not even funny, and the radiation concentrates up the generations because you keep eating the sucker. It's going to your womb. It's going to your gonads. Right? And so they're hiding all of that, and there ain't no bigger distraction than the devil himself. So that's why I think, though, that 33 is up there in the photo, because it's all connected. It's crazy. It's just crazy. Right? So, yeah, that's all I want to say. These people are full of freaking crap. We have the solution to all our troubles, all our worries whatsoever, as soon as we separate and we celebrate those who are truly fighting on our behalf. So if you've been hesitating, hesitate no more. Go to 25,000yearcycle.com and get your soap on. And get your healing remedies on, because my king is become a phenomenal. I call him Dr. Z. I have to stop calling him my king, okay? Dr. Z. Because the brother has studied in depth. He studies on the constant. So he knows what he's talking about. His formulas. I mean, you get this stuff. I have stopped using so many things I used to order off of Amazon because his products are pure. Pure. They're made with the finest of ingredients, and he doesn't scrimp like, there's so many things that I could reveal, but I'm being diplomatic, right? I'm looking far ahead, and just, throwing dirt on everybody is not going to be helpful, but there's so many who can they deserve that dirt. But I'm just saying, you are going to find healing on that website. 100%. And his consultations for a limited amount of time are 100% free. So get the healing on, because when our enemy kills oceans, which he has, he's supposed to lose, all right? We are prophesied to win and rebuild everything. Love your family. Straight Black family pride, and we have the best chance of forever of anybody. My condolences to those who were lost. My ashe to the brother who was taken out during all of this. And my great wish that they all can heal and move on and up. Peace and blessings.